Hey anime fans, we're back again with another new video. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we're going to look into some anime characters that work harder than anyone. They pushed themselves to get past obstacles and never gave up despite their difficult situations while reaching their goals. Keep watching this video to discover some characters that worked extremely hard for their goals. Before we dive in, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to be part of the conversation. We're gonna start this video with one of the hard workers from the anime. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. Azusa solved many problems and constantly helped others. After first dying in her past life from working herself to death, Azusa from I've Been Killing Slimes found herself living a less than ideal slow life after reincarnating as a witch. After 300 years of living peacefully thanks to her youth and immortality as a witch, Azusa dealt with many problems, including ending a long feud between two dragon clans, fighting strong characters like Beelzebub and the Demon King Pecora, and meeting two slime spirits that were technically also her daughters, thanks to Azusa previously killing so many slimes. From the anime Yakutate Japan, Kai Suwabara studied many cooking techniques and sought out advice from his elderly mentor. Kai Suwabara was an extremely hard worker in Yakutate Japan. He was an excellent swordsman who used his skills to create prototypes for bread molds and cut up ingredients for baking new types of bread. In addition to these technical skills, he also studied many cooking techniques and sought advice from his elder mentor who, despite lacking baking knowledge, gave Kai some redirection and inspiration whenever he got stuck. This led to Kai creating a line of Lupin bread by using techniques and taking inspiration from past famous bakers and their products to create his own new ones. Now we jump to the anime Tiger and Bunny. Kotetsu Kaburabi juggled being a superhero and a single parent. Kotetsu constantly balanced being a superhero for Hero TV and being a single parent to Keed. Unfortunately for Kotetsu, parenting was harder than being a hero due to his initially estranged relationship with his daughter after Keed's mother died in the hospital while Kotetsu was on a mission for Hero TV. The relationship got even more complicated after Kotetsu later discovered that Keed had superpowers much as he did. The increasing fights against Ouroboros, Kotetsu slowly losing his powers, and dealing with twist villain Maverick did not help this. Both father and daughter reconciled by the end after Keed helped save Kotetsu's fellow heroes from danger, and Kotetsu managed a better work-life balance while helping Keed work with her own powers. Next we got Joey Wheeler from the anime Yu-Gi-Oh! Joey Wheeler trained with Yugi's grandfather and became a top duelist. Joey was an initially inexperienced duelist who trained with Solomon, Yugi's grandfather, to get better. After this training, Joey rapidly got better as a duelist and fought against tougher duelists such as Mai Valentine, Bandit Keith, and Seto Kaiba. When some of these duels resulted in initial losses, Joey persisted in learning and getting better. The effort paid off with him reaching the finals after beating Bandit Keith during the Duelist Kingdom arc. He eventually got so good at dueling that Pegasus considered him one of his top 3 duelists by the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX series. From the anime Hanako note, Hanako joined her school's theater club and a theater troupe to help with social anxiety. Hanako from the Slice of Life anime Hanako note pursued joining the theater club at her school and also formed a separate theater troupe with her friends to deal with her social anxiety. In addition to both of these activities, she also had to work at the cafe that she lived at during her schooling, and also keep up with her regular schoolwork. Thankfully for Hanako, she made close friends with her fellow schoolmates, who were also part of the troupe and the club, and they pulled off a few adorable stage plays during their time together while also helping Hanako overcome her anxiety. Next in line, we have the anime Monster Girl Doctor. Glenn constantly cared for monster patients everywhere he went. As a doctor focused on caring for monster patients, Glenn often had his hands full with restocking the clinic with his assistant Safi, making house calls for monsters that could not make it to his clinic for appointments, and even helping out monsters that required emergency treatment on the go, including the mermaid Lalala and the flesh golem Kune. Since he was one of the few monster-oriented doctors available, he was thankful to eventually have Arachne as a second assistant. Despite the additional help, Glenn still had his hands full as a doctor. From the anime Magic-Kyun Renaissance, Kohana overworked herself until she went into a coma. Kohana from Magic-Kyun Renaissance. Despite being explicitly told to not use her light of art, when her sparkles started looking worse as she created flower arrangements, shut herself away from everyone else, and created more flower arrangements to try to bring it back to normal. Unfortunately for Kohana, this backfired badly and led to her collapsing into a life-threatening coma. Thankfully, all of her friends and love interests worked together to save her life and return her light of art to normal. Now we jump to Kyoko Megami from the anime Skip Pete. Kyoko Megami worked hard to improve her acting and advance in showbiz. Despite an initial bad start with angering Rin Suruga and ending up in the Love Me section after failing her auditions, Kyoko worked hard to try to improve her acting and advance in showbiz. Even before she started pursuing showbiz, it was revealed at the beginning that she took on multiple jobs to support herself and show Fuwa so he could focus on reaching stardom. After she put her goals of revenge on singer show Fuwa aside and started focusing on her own happiness and self-realization, she grew as a person. She kept working on various projects she was given as a Love Me member and also earned a hit role as Mio in the drama Dark Moon. From the anime, is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Hestia did everything she could to provide for her familiar. Hestia, despite initially having an extremely small and barely powerful familia, did all she could to provide for herself and the rest of her familia. This included her constantly taking on part-time jobs to repay debts for new armor and other accessories, always looking after the rest of her familia's safety, and asking favors from fellow gods to keep her familia afloat and safe. No matter how difficult it could be to obtain what her familia needed most, Hestia never gave up on trying to help Belle and the other members. In the end, we have Yuri Katsuki from the anime Yuri on Ice. Yuri constantly trained to improve his ice skating and nail routines for competitions. Yuri Katsuki from Yuri on Ice constantly trained under Victor's tutelage to improve his skating and nail the routines Victor choreographed for ice skating competitions. He struggled at the beginning with mastering technical moves in early routines. However, he gained full mastery after much training and dedication to the hard work. He also trained outside of the rink by running up and down steps, doing pull-ups and sit-ups, and even going on jogs to increase his stamina. Victor's training regimen paid off with Yuri eventually seizing the silver medal at the Grand Prix. That's all in this video. Who is the most hardworking character? Do you know more characters deserve to be in this video? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.